Welcome back to another Empty Nest Adventure
TV.
This one is a little bit different. If you've been following along, you know we've been on our countdown to our days left in our visa.
On the Schengen visa.
That we have to...
you can only stay in EU countries for 90 days.
Yep.
And then you have to get out.
Yep, so we got to go out for 90 days.
Yes.
So we were parked at the Echo camping spot.
Yes.
Which if you're doing like what we're doing and you need to take a ferry from Bari
to Durrës.
Anywhere out of Bari, it's a great place to stay.
It was great. You
not only
empty your tanks, you can get water, you can get everything that you need. There's even a gas station right down the street.
Get all the services and everything. And it was probably, I mean, it was less than a 15-minute drive to the ferry.
Yeah.
Probably way less than that.
Yep.
So obviously we're going to be taking a ferry. So Holly is going to be on a boat. We're going to be on a boat overnight.
And Salsa was on a boat.
And Salsa, which, you know, we know she likes boats because she enjoyed her gondola ride in Venice. So the ferry wasn't going to depart until 10 o'clock at night.
It went overnight. You sailed for 8 hours from Bari, Italy to Durrës, Albania.
Yeah.
And it's like an 8.5 hour ride.
Yeah. So they wanted us to be there at 7 o'clock or 3 hours before the boat left. I actually wanted to be there before the sun went down, just so we could better see. So that means about 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Around here. So I think we left at like 4 or 4:30 or something like that. We still got there way before 5 o'clock. But the ticketing office for our ferry was not open, so we kind of had to sit and wait for a little bit.
We just kind of sat in the parking lot.
Yep, and had a little snack or something. And so once it did open, I went over and got our paperwork and everything and got our instructions. And to prove that she listened to me, she actually did a video of the instructions.
Yes, I did.
Okay, here we are at the port in Bari. Over there is where we checked in. And there's Holly. And we are supposed to, in about 5 minutes, go down here and down there about 2 kilometers and get on our ferry to Albania.
All right, so we were given a time on when we needed to drive over to the staging area. Mm-hmm. So we did the little drive over there, and it got a little, constrained in there with a lot of the traffic because there's people like us in cars and campers that really don't know where they're going.
And they have no idea where we're going, what we're doing, what to expect. So you're just kind of following along, hoping that one of the guys standing in the middle of the street is going to direct you in the right way.
And then you have the truckers who do know where they're going and don't have a whole lot of patience for us wandering around aimlessly. So we had a couple different areas where we sat and staged for a while. And then it gave us a view to watch some of the other cars and the trucks get loaded into the ferry. And the most unusual thing was a digger got unloaded off of a trailer and loaded onto the ferry. That was interesting to watch.
It was very interesting
to do that. So we were like one of the last vehicles to actually get on.
Yeah.
A lot of the campers were the last ones to go on.
And they make the passengers, so Salsa and I had to get out and go stand on the side and wait, and he took it down into the belly.
Yeah, because there was a ramp
downward
that we were actually parked underneath where all the semis and stuff were parking down underneath there.
Yeah.
And it was pretty tight parking. They were trying to guide you in. I didn't really trust the guy that was giving me directions, so I probably was on the end of his nerves by the time we actually got stopped, because I don't move that thing anywhere fast, especially when I'm backing up. So we got gathered back up and got up to the reception area, and on the ferry you can buy just a seat.
Yes.
Or you can get a room.
And the seats are like airplane seats. They're small, and it's in a room, and they're all next to each other.
Yeah, it was
8 hours.
It looked very crowded and uncomfortable there. So
not doing it with a dog.
And the room was like what, $20 extra or something like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't very much. Now the room is not something you're going to find at the Hilton or Wyndham or
It's
any
not
place like
Carnival
this.
Cruise, that's
No,
for sure.
It actually kind of reminded me more of like Folsom Prison than
Yes,
anything.
it was a prison cell.
Yeah. So
And we had to get a pet-friendly room.
yes.
And
Yep.
somebody's dog did not hold it as well as our dog did.
Yeah, in that bathroom. Woo. So basically all we really did was just kind of go to bed and go to
Yep.
sleep. Tried to sleep as much as we could in a running boat.
Now,
and,
he slept through the night. 8
no,
hours.
not
Most of
completely,
it.
yeah.
Salsa and I woke up and I decided to go to the bathroom. And when I did, we were rocking like this.
Yeah, we hit some rough water
I mean,
about halfway through the trip.
it was
yeah.
pretty rough waters, and Salsa's down on her belly.
Yep.
It was a little
Yep.
rough.
And we had set an alarm so we would wake up in time, but we didn't really need to because the ship-wide announcement came on and was what gave us a 15-minute warning to go
Yeah.
turn in our key.
And it's pretty cool because they started, I mean, there's like 7 languages. They do every language. So I knew English was the 3rd one. So I
Yep.
just waited. It was like Italian, German, English.
So once we got the key turned back in, we still hadn't even finished the trip.
Right.
So we actually stepped outside on the deck and watched the boat pull into port and get docked. And of course, we had our little stuff that we had with us, so we had to take up to the room with us.
Yeah.
And then, of course, everybody on this boat's trying to get off at the same time, and the elevator isn't worth anything. It would take forever.
Oh my gosh, it was so slow.
So we ended up winding our way down the stairs. Which,
You helped another woman who spoke English.
Yes.
Her husband went down to do the keys, and she was upstairs packing everything up, and she had like 3 or 4, because they didn't have a vehicle, so it was like 3 or 4 suitcases that they were traveling with, and she was waiting on the elevator. We were waiting on the elevator, and finally we just decided, you know what, we'll help her with her bags and get downstairs.
Yep. So we got our way downstairs, and when you pull off of the ferry, everybody can be in the vehicle.
Yeah.
So we all climbed into it, and it was a bit of a free-for-all to get off of there. You know,
Ooh.
everybody, me
In a
first,
rush.
me first.
Yeah.
So we eventually got off the ferry, went back up the ramp, and pulled off. And of course, then we had no idea where we were supposed to go, so we just kind of followed whoever.
Because we have to go through customs.
Yeah, because you
have to get your passport
We're in a new
stamped
country.
and go through customs.
Yep.
You're in
Yep.
Albania.
Yep. So, we had all our paperwork, and if you remember from our last video, we had taken Salsa to a vet to get some extra shots and some extra paperwork for her to go into Albania. So we had all of that all laid out, and we pulled up to this one stop. The guy took our passports, looked at them, stamped them, handed them back to us, and waved us on. And we thought, okay, well, this is stop 1.
Yeah.
And then we were directed to another place to pull up that looked like it was an inspection point where they could
And
actually
we
pull
thought,
cars
okay,
in.
they're going to come in and look at the inside the camper and check the paperwork for
Maybe
the dog.
jack it up and look underneath it. I don't know what they were going to do.
Right.
So I kind of pull up to pull in line there, and the guy waves me around the building. So we go around that building. We pulled up to another little checkpoint that the gates were open, and I pulled up slowly, and they were waving at us and waving us on. And so the next thing we know, we're in Durrës.
We're in downtown Durrës.
Yes.
Durrës.
Because we made a happy detour.
Yeah.
So remember, there are no wrong turns on
There's
Empty
just
Nest
happy
Adventures.
detours.
There's just happy detours.
Yes.
So we ended up on our way into downtown Durrës,
yeah.
a very busy area.
But
with the GPS going, make a U-turn when you can.
But the thing is, it wasn't, the roads were wider than they were in Italy.
Yep.
So when we were downtown in Italy, I mean, things were really tight and busy and people parking everywhere. They were wider streets, bigger areas, nobody honking at us and yelling at us. So it was nice.
So eventually I found a place where I could turn around in 3 points. But it was kind of interesting because people were blocking traffic for us to get turned around, and nobody honked their horns or anything. I think they just probably felt sorry for us and thought, as soon as they turn around, the sooner they can get out of my city so I can drive where I want to go. So we made it back, and we
Now, not every
we got
city
to a
we
right
go
turn.
Not every city we go through in Albania is as accommodating. Sometimes they do double park and
Yes.
and
Or
I
they
don't
just
know.
stop, hop out, go into the store, and come back in.
Yeah, or they
Yeah.
just stop with another vehicle the other direction and have a conversation
Yeah.
in the middle
So-
of downtown traffic. It was interesting.
It was a place that we didn't want to do a lot of driving if we didn't have to.
Yeah.
So eventually, after we got back on the right road, we were heading towards Tirana, which is the capital of Albania.
Yes.
And we were going there because there was a spot called Camping Tirana that
campground.
we were going to camp at and stay for a few days just to kind of get ourselves situated. We knew from the review on Park for Night, which, God, that's a great app. You
is
got to
great.
have it if you do it for this. You know, they had mentioned that the last kilometer or whatever is a gravel road that's pretty rough.
A little rough.
It was raining, misting
Yeah.
as we were going back there, so that helped it a little bit. So we got back there, and I think there were 2 vans parked
Yeah.
down there. There was actually a third that was in the lower area, but I think that was being for storage.
Right.
So, so we parked there, and it basically rained the first 3 days.
Yeah.
So we kind of stayed huddled down in the camper. It was a beautiful spot, and
We had been on the run to make it from Germany because we got the late start, you know, from the Netherlands videos, and we were fast traveling, not slow traveling. It
Yeah.
seemed like driving almost every day to get down south towards Italy.
Down to Bari, where we
Italy,
could- yeah.
because we didn't want to get stuck. You don't know what you're going to do, and you're on that deadline.
Yep.
So once we got to Camping Tirana, we needed to kind of
we didn't really mind the rain for 3 days
to just kind of rest.
It helped us kind of rest, and the ferry trip was a little tedious. It didn't have to be because it went very smoothly.
Yeah.
But you know, when you're leaving the zone and you're leaving the EU, going into another country and all that other stuff, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So thankfully, it all went smoothly, and
Yes.
so we were just kind of waiting out the rain there. Which we did. I know you did laundry
Yes.
while we were
while
we were sitting
Camping
there.
Tirana, they didn't even charge you. You had a washer
Yep.
to do the laundry, which was very nice. No dryer, but you had the
And
laundry.
we were running a little low on food. Now, we hadn't gotten to an ATM because Albania uses the lek,
Yeah.
not the euro.
Right.
So I didn't have any of their currency yet, so I didn't know if I was going to be able to spend. They said that they will take euros at most places. The exchange rate is about the same, so it doesn't make a big difference. But we were running out of stuff, and there was a little market down there. So when got a little break in the rain, I walked, what was it, a little over a kilometer?
Oh, it was almost 2 kilometers.
Yeah, it was about 2.5 kilometers round trip back and forth down that wonderful road that we brought Holly up on.
I mean, it was pretty
And
steep.
got into the market, and the guy didn't speak any English, but there was somebody else there that did, that got our purchase done, and I got everything that we needed
everything
down
that
there.
was on the list.
Probably a couple extra things.
And it was just an itty bitty, almost like a convenience store that size
Yep.
that had everything.
Yep. So that's basically all we did up until Saturday that we were there when the rain broke, and that's where we're going to start our next video.
Okay.
Talking about at Camping Tirana, because we did something that we were wanting to do
Oh, yeah.
as part of this trip, and we kind of want to feature it in that video, so that's why we're doing that. So make sure you don't miss it.
Yes.
You got to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the video.
Leave us comments.
Hit the alert bell. Leave
Comments, questions. We
Yep.
love them.
Yep.
Love them.
So, yeah, if you want some more details about driving on a rainy gravel road, I'll try to relive that without going into PTSD or something like that.
Or just about in general, how
Yes.
we're doing it, how we got started, where it all came from.
Yep. So, and some of that you can find on our Facebook page along with our blog. And also, you probably know what the big secret is if you've watched us or following us on Facebook. because like I said, that's a little bit more up to date. We try to keep things up to date on that. So
The blog and Facebook are more up to date than
So-
YouTube.
we'll see you next time on our next Empty Nest Adventure.
TV.